Hello everybody, welcome back. We don't seem to want to win or even get to the top of the Premier League. After 10 games unbeaten, we've hit that banana skin. Today, we have the semi-final of the Carabao Cup though, and the first lot of silverware is within sight. Hello and welcome to episode 12 of Making Chelsea Stand Proud. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have 3 games for you. That's 3 games, so we're going to rattle on and get going with the episode. We have both of the Carabao Cup semi-final legs, both against Newcastle, and we also have a 4th round FA Cup tie against Blackburn. And as you will see, since you were last with us, we have played 2 games. We beat Leeds United by 4 goals to 0. Barbosa, Raheem Sterling, a hat-trick, winning that one. But we had a bit of a torrid time against Southampton. Really just didn't get out of the starting blocks at all. And I lost my temper with them. Mason Mount giving us the lead after 31 minutes, but an immediate reply from Dejanepo put Southampton back on level terms. 1-1 at half-time, and 2 quick goals inside 2 minutes from Armstrong and Dejanepo after 62 and 63 minutes give them a 3-1 lead. Brozier, having come on as a substitute, managed to get a second goal, making it 3-2, but Mara will put in one in injury time, finishing us off, and we lost that one 4-2. As you see, stats-wise, we weren't a million miles away from it. Maybe just not hitting the target was our biggest failing in that game, but we rue the day that we didn't hit the target, and Southampton did us on this occasion, but the Leeds United game was a fantastic game. Newcastle are our opponents today for 2 of our games. We have played them previously in the Premier League, beaten them 4-3 at home. Haven't played them at St James's Park, but I have noted that actually this is being played at Wembley. I didn't realise that the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup were played at Wembley, but they are being played at Wembley on this occasion. And yeah, that's today's game. Newcastle, who have played at Wembley as well. Tottenham have already got 1 game played, and it is a 3-1 lead against Brentford in the other semi-final. So it could well be a Chelsea Tottenham final, which would be absolutely splendid. Right, we're not going to mess around anymore. One other thing to say, we are in deep into the transfer window with 1 week to go. Nothing has happened as yet. As you'll see, there are a few things going on. Nobody coming in. We literally have got no money to spend. We've got a small amount of money, but it's not going to bring anybody of any ilk in. A couple going out. Mason Burstow going out for 550,000 to Burnley, but that is the sum total of it. We need somebody big to go out so that we can buy in. But the problem is, if nobody's gone out early enough, it all could be a bit of a rush at the end of the transfer window, which wouldn't be absolutely fantastic. No more messing around. Let's get through to the games, because we do need to rattle on. And the first leg against Newcastle, and let's have a look at the team that will face them. This is the side to face Newcastle at Wembley in this first leg of the Carabao Cup. Mendy in goal, then Chilwell, Chalobah, Koulibaly, and James. Actually, I'm just going to change that because Mendy had an absolute howler. May get a chance to see the goal that he basically gave a howl or two. He came running out of his area, missed the ball, and they scored. But so Kepa will go in goal. So we'll change that. Kepa, Chilwell, Chalobah, Calabai, James, our defensive line. Loftus-Cheek and Kante in front of them. Sterling, Mount and Hudson-Odoi behind Barbosa up front. Havertz is out injured for a couple of days. We just continue with our injury run. Mendy, Cucurella, Gallagher, Broja, Azpilicueta, Kovacic, Abangimang, Zakaria and Pulisic are on the bench for this one. And here we are at Wembley. Rafa Benitez is the manager at Newcastle. In game. And the sides that will play one another. Newcastle in their usual strip. And we're in our all blue as normal. Let's hope for better this time. Played poorly against Southampton. And a number of individual mistakes as well, which didn't help. Chilwell with a free kick. Swings it in. James, in fact, it was headed clear by the defender. James has gone out for it. James all the way back to Hudson-Odoi. Raheem Sterling, who had a wonderful game against Leeds. It was an absolutely fantastic game. And I was hoping that he might produce it against Southampton, but it didn't. Hudson-Odoi again comes forward. We're looking for a way through. They're defending quite well at the moment. Chalobah flicks it through. Barbosa, he's gone in off the post. His 8th goal of the season. And with 14 minutes on the clock, we are 1 up against Newcastle. Throws that through to Barbosa. Barbosa flicks it. And between 3 defenders, it's in the back of the net. Throw in on that far side. Reece James throws it into Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi cuts inside. Has a go. And it's got a deflection. But Darlow manages to deal with it. Free kick. Mount with the free kick. Deep. But headed clear. But only as far as Kante. Kante now, I'm not quite sure what he was trying to do there. Chilwell gets it into the area. But it's a bit wayward and defended well. Kepa coming out of his area. James, Kante. Kante moves forward. James slides it in and Sterling bundled to the floor. Mason Mount is on. Mason Mount would expect him to take the penalty. Barbosa took a penalty for us in one of the games. Either Leeds or Southampton. I can't remember which one. And missed. And second goal there from Mason Mount from the penalty spot. 22 minutes on the clock. Yeah, I have heard on a couple of podcasts of people saying, have you seen the save animation in FM23 where the goalkeeper saves with his leg? I hadn't seen it, but literally after hearing it at lunchtime today, I did actually see... that particular animation. We'll perhaps have a look at that at some point or other. When we have more time. Raheem Sterling get one forward to Hudson-Odoi, who's closed down. Swept it through and Barbosa misses the target. Barbosa is prone to missing the target quite often. Chalobah. Kante. James. Back to Chalobah. Chalobah. Or Kubali. Is it Kubali? Loftus-Cheek. Tell me in the comments below if it's Kubali. Chalobah out wide to Raheem Sterling. Chilwell. Lovely dink there. He just sort of like picked that ball up and evaded the defender. Raheem Sterling. Question of whether he's offside or not. And if he wasn't, 25 minutes on the clock, we are 3 up. If not, we're 2 up. It's, it's been agreed. And Raheem Sterling, I think, was well onside. I don't know what that was all about. The referee calling it, but it is 3-0. And with 25 minutes on the clock, we are 3 up and in the driving seat as far as a potential final and some early silverware. Half-time approaches. Trippier gets that one forward, but Torres is running away from it. Chalobah gets that one forward. Raheem Sterling dinks and does a dummy. He's in the area. Crosses it in. Nobody there. And I don't know if he thought somebody was there or just decided that he didn't have a... Excuse me. Didn't have a chance. He did have a go. 11 shots, 3 on target, 2.02 on the old XG. They've had 6 shots, 1 on target. We've had 62% of the possession. Barbosa kicking off for the second half. Mount is tackled. Kante, good first half. 3-0. Hudson-Odoi comes forward, crosses the ball in, and Mason Mount gets his head to it. Almost shielded by the defender there. I couldn't see him, and gets a header away. So looking very promising as it stands. 86,291 people here at Wembley for this semi-final first leg. Mason Mount. What does that say? Mason Mount is 1 yellow card away from suspension. We should consider subbing him. I think that's not a bad idea, actually. I normally wouldn't do it. But to be honest, if we can use him for the other semi-final, the only danger is we don't have him for the final. Do we leave him on? Take a chance that he does pick up a yellow card? I think we do. Because it's all very well having him for the semi-final, but to be fair, we'd rather have him for the final. Mind you, we could rest him for the other semi-final if we are far enough in advance. It's assuming they don't get any goals back, of course. Chilwell cuts that one out. Raheem Sterling goes out wide to Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi crosses it back in. Raheem Sterling trying to get underneath it. Torres does. And that ball comes forward. Saint-Maximin has the ball. Ball crossed in, and they've got one back through Facundo Torres. 3-1. And that's what I was a bit worried about. Reece James on this side, I'm not sure he's quite up to it, you know. I think that was a lot of our downfall against Southampton on that right back. 70 minutes comes. It's time to do some changes. Mason Mount is going to come off. Not quite sure what's happened with the thing here. Mason Mount can come off. We will bring on Conor Gallagher can go in that spot. Loftus-Cheek can come off for Kovacic. Reece James, as we already said, as a Blaqueta, can come on for him. He's maximum of 75 minutes playing time. I'm tempted to take Hudson-Odoi off, but he seems to be having quite a good game in there. So that's what we will leave on at the moment. I'm just wondering whether to change Gallagher. Doesn't really make a lot of odds. We'll change him to attacking as well. Make an impact. And Saint-Maximin needs man marking by the looks of it. Callum Wilson onto his weaker side. they have a corner, but it's headed away, but only as far as Torres. And Raheem Sterling, who's very good at doing that, nicking the ball. And we're on the counter now. Gallagher in that slot. Hudson-Odoi back to Barbosa. And Barbosa gets his 10th goal of the season, makes it 4-1. Got that 3-goal cushion again with 79 minutes on the clock. And all because Raheem Sterling pinched that ball. Barbosa running on Hudson-Odoi, lovely through ball. Barbosa running onto it and hit it on the volley. 80 minutes on the clock. We do have a highlight, so we're not going to think of that. Kepa with a goal kick. Chalobah. Chilwell comes down the line. Been tackled, but Raheem Sterling's there. Kovacic. Gallagher. Kante out wide to Azpilicueta, who threads the ball through. Wasn't really a lot of weight on that. Very poor. And they come away with it. But it's headed to Raheem Sterling. Kovacic behind the referee. Raheem Sterling. Oh, man. When he's got time to lash away, he lashed away. And Chelsea 5-1 now. And I think whatever happens in the second leg, we are comfortable in this one. Well put away. Sorry about that. Somebody at the door. And as we head down to full time, into injury time, 3 minutes of injury time, it's all over. It's a 5-1 win. And a comprehensive one at that. 2 from Barbosa, 2 from Raheem Sterling. And who scored the other goal? Oh, yeah, it was Hudson-Odoi, I think, was it? Probably Mason Mount, wasn't it? Yes, who scored from the penalty spot to make it 5-1 going into the second leg. So 17 shots, 5 on target, 2.66. They had 12 shots, 4 on target, 1.22. We had 61% of the possession. Fairly comprehensive win, that. And shame we didn't do it against Southampton, really. Southgate was at Wembley to cast his eye over a number of players, both on the Newcastle side and our side. So there you go. Right. We're going to get on with the episode. And next up is an away match at Ewood Park against Blackburn in the FA Cup 4th round. And here is the team that will face Blackburn in this 4th round of the FA Cup. Kepa in goal, Cucurella, Koulibaly, Fofana and James, our defensive line. Was a question of whether to play Azpilicueta, but he can still only play 45 minutes. Kovacic and Kante in front of them. Sterling, Havertz and Hudson-Odoi are attacking line. Mount has picked up a knock, hence why Mount isn't playing in the attacking playmaker role. But Havertz is in there today, and in front of them, Gabriel Barbosa continues up front after his sterling effort against Newcastle at Wembley. On the bench then, Mendy, Thiago Silva returns to the bench, Gallagher, Broja, Chilwell, Jorginho, Abangimang, Azpilicueta and Pulisic. So here we are at Ewood Park. We are in our all gold kit. Oh, that one's come back off the, well, I'm not sure. It actually hit the crossbar, that one. So early days in this match. Quarter of an hour gone. We've had 5 shots, 1 on target. Kepa from the back. Koulibaly. Cucurella comes forward down the line. He's got around his man. He's got a defender there, but it's inside to Raheem Sterling, who again puts that ball away. Cucurella with the assist. his 10th goal of the season from Raheem Sterling. Sort of coming to his own now. And he's also making that slot on the left-hand side as the inside forward. His own, really. He's cut inside again. There he is. Just calmly takes the ball. Plenty of time. No defender cutting him down, closed him down. And he puts that away sweetly. 1-0 after 25 minutes. As we head towards half-time. They're picking up quite a few yellow cards. Obviously getting very frustrated. And half-time has arrived. That's a very quick first half. Raheem Sterling's opening goal on 25 minutes. 10 shots, 2 on target, 0.91 against their 2 shots, 1 on target, 0.14. We've had 50% of the possession. We're back underway here at Ewood Park. No changes I'm aware of at half-time there. And we do have a throw-in. James with the throw-in on that far side. Kovacic cuts inside into the penalty area. Has a go and it's rammed off the woodwork once again. Do we show it? Doesn't? I need to set this up. I think you have to add woodwork into that list there. And they're still picking up yellow cards. Made some changes. Hour mark gone. 65 minutes gone. And Carabao has now picked up a yellow card. I think it's time to have a look and see whether we need to make any changes. Barbosa is not having the best of times up front there. So it might be a case of changing him for telling me to bring on a Bangamang. Let's put a Bangamang on that front. Give him a run out. Up there. We do need a second goal if we can. And we'll stick with just that for the moment. He's composed. We are in complete control at the moment. But 1 goal back could make heck of a difference. Fafana heads that forward to Hudson-Odoi, who brings it down nicely to a Bangamang, who's just come on. And Bangamang shows it too much to Wharton. And he's done a Carabao. Bradley Dack and Carabao comes back to defend that. Carabao playing Kante, Kovacic, Cucurella. Nice bit of defensive work there. Could have been in trouble. Inside to Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling going on a run now into the penalty area. He's crossed that back in and misses all his colleagues. Kante's been tackled and the highlight has dissipated. Right, again, time to have a look at some changes. Who else isn't performing? Hudson-Odoi is not having a good game out on that right side. And I think we'll bring Brozier out there. Reece James. And we'll bring Azpilicueta on for him. We're going to take Kante off and bring on Jorginho. 4 changes made. We've got 1 chance to change again. Going to pump fists. Faith in you. Get out there and make a difference. Yep. Looking good. For the changes. Kovacic with a free kick to Raheem Sterling. Short one. Cucurella looking for... I'm not sure who he was looking for, actually. Didn't find him. And they come away with the ball. Buckley pushes it out wide to Britton. And Raheem Sterling is a little bit speedier than the defender. He's cut inside and he's curled it, but a little bit too high. They have a free kick. Still only 1 goal up, which is not enough. Kovacic Raheem Sterling. And he's lost the ball, which is unusual for him. Kaminsky. Gone out wide to Britain. Raheem Sterling. And Fofana cuts that out. Finds Raheem Sterling out on that wing. The ball's cut in for a bang-a-mang. And a bang-a-mang dinks it past the goalkeeper. His third goal of the season. Hasn't played that much. And we go 2 up. Comfortable now. And an assist from Raheem Sterling. Goalkeeper had the near post covered. But Bang-a-Mang was a little bit better than him. And that's where the quality showed up there. Raheem Sterling is tired now. And I think we will bring on Pulisic on that left-hand side, our final change. But what we are going to do is we're going to drop to this. Jorginho. Or can we? We can't, I don't think. Because Havertz. Yeah, Kai Havertz can play in that attacking midfield there. That's fine. That's the formation we're going to go to. For now. Pump fists. And with a 2-0 lead, it looks like we are through to the 5th round. Minutes of injury time. We're in the 2nd minute of. Fofana heading it down to Kovacic. Fofana back to Havertz. Fofana. Kukabai. Jorginho. Fofana. Kukabai. Jorginho. Kukabai gets that forward. Kovacic to Abang-a-Mang. Havertz. Abang-a-Mang. Can he get his second? No, he can't, but it's a good save from Kaminsky in the Blackburn goal. Pulisic with the corner. Swings it in. It's cleared up field. Havertz wins the ball. Koulibaly didn't thread that through because there was an offside there. Pulisic waiting for the ball to fall, but it didn't fall to him. Fofana cuts the ball out. He's had a good game again, Fofana. Pulisic now having a bit of a run. Fresh legs. Is he going to go on his own? He is, and he scored. 3rd goal of the season. 3-0. It's a bit flattering now, the scoreline. We haven't performed that well, or didn't really, but the extra legs there from Pulisic. A lovely individual goal. Ran into the area. Nobody was stopping him, cutting him off or anything else. He kept going and put that away. 3-0 the win. 28 shots, 9 on target, 3.02, 52% possession. We go through to the 5th round. And you join us for the draw for the 5th round of the FA Cup. And let's have a quick look at that draw. We'll advance through it as quickly as we can. Manchester City first out. They will play Norwich. Watford will play West Ham or Fulham. Cambridge or Plymouth will play Everton. Leeds will play Wolves. Sheffield United will play Newcastle. Arsenal will play Middlesbrough. Southampton will play Chelsea. And as we're having a bad run against Southampton, that probably isn't the best of draws. It's pitched us against a side that are really causing us problems at the moment. And yeah, that's probably not the best. But there we go. That is the draw. Southampton and Chelsea in the 5th round. So it's going to be a bit of a time. Now's the time to beat them, of course. So that will be coming up. Let's have a quick look at the schedule and get these games out of the way. the Carabao Cup, and it's way down here a little bit. So in between the Champions League last 16, 2 legs. So a couple of episodes coming up down there. Right, let's go back to the Carabao Cup then. Newcastle, and the second leg of this one. We've got the transfer window to finish up as well before that happens. So I'll come back and tell you whether we have actually signed anybody or not. And the team that will face Newcastle in the second leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final. Kepa in goal, Chilwell, Chalobah, Fofana and Azpilicueta comes back in on the right-hand side. Loftus-Cheek and Gallagher in front of them. Sterling, Havertz and Hudson-Odoi as our attacking midfielder. Bangamang makes a rare start up front. Mendy, Cucurella, Pulisic, Mount, Koulibaly, Kovacic, Barbosa, James Ambrosia on the bench. Just to note that Brentford have beaten Tottenham by 5-1, 6-4 on aggregate. So we will face Brentford if we do get through this second leg. And here we are, the teams as they face one another. 5-1 on aggregate from the first leg. Pope on the bench. Pretty much similar side to that faced us in the first leg here at Wembley. We're underway for the second leg. And early skirmishes going our way. But St. Maximin is in the area, but Fofana clears up to Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi comes forward now, looks for Havertz. Havertz to a Bangamang. Bangamang threads that through, and Sterling has stilled thunder. He scored. It's 6-1 on aggregate. He's 11th of the season. Raheem Sterling, after 16 minutes, puts us in front. Bangamang had weighted that just a little bit too lightly, but as it turned out, it was perfect because Raheem Sterling, with his little bit of burst of pace, onto the ball and put it away. 6-1. Fofana to Gallagher, who's picked up a yellow card. Was Gallagher did we have him in defence? Wasn't paying attention, obviously. Gallagher back there. Torres, is cleared by Kepa. Bit of a strange clearance, but he cleared it all the same. Darlow with the kick out from the back. And that one's over the top. Chalobah. Oh, lovely goal. Facundo Torres gets his second of the season. Both scored against us. And that was very weird. Darlow, long ball. Botman getting to it. Heads it on for General Linton. And Torres hits it. And Kepa's just sort of like squirming in mid-air. Question of whether Joe Linton was offside, but he's not. Bangamang from the kickoff then. Loftus-Cheek. Fofana. Gallagher. Back to Chalobah. Loftus-Cheek. Havertz outside Chilwell. Chilwell to Raheem Sterling. And it's cleared upfield. And Joe Linton tries to get around Fofana, but Fofana, having none of it, swings that ball out to Chalobah. Chalobah comes forward. Loftus-Cheek, Gallagher, Hudson-Odoi, Azpilicueta, Hudson-Odoi puts it away. 4th goal of the season. Restores that cushion to 5 goals. 7-2 on aggregate. That away nicely. Chilwell with the corner. Swings it in. It's cleared upfield, but only as far as Hudson-Odoi, who comes bombing forward and almost passes it to Darlow. Bang looks like he might have picked up an injury, and that's headed wide of the goal from that. Oh, pulled wrist ligaments. I'm sure that's going to bother him at all. And they have a corner, and they've scored from Joe Linton, getting their second into injury time, and it's 7-3 on aggregate. Kuna. Joe Linton doing a Fofana type goal. Half time arrived, and we've had 12 shots, 3 on target. Not hitting the target enough. They've had 5 shots, 2 on target, and we've had 59% of the possession. Joe Linton gets the second half underway. Long ball forward. Fofana tidies up in defence. He's lost the ball. He was messing around with St Maximin in there, and it's gone in, and they've got another one back. It's 7-4. And Chalobah own goal. Don't really want to see it again. So from looking quite convincingly, we are struggling. Going to berate the team. Fofana, get rid of. As a placator, comes away with the ball. Back to Chalobah. Chalobah couldn't find his legs there. Gallagher over the top to Raheem Sterling. And Raheem Sterling puts that away, his 12th of the season. And it's 8-4. Lots of goals in this. Raheem Sterling putting that away. Free kick on this side. Gallagher, a short one to Raheem Sterling. Back to Gallagher, who can't control the ball, but Gallagher does get it in, and it's fired in. The goalkeeper sorting that one out. Gallagher crosses it in. Oh, oof, it's gone in. And I think could be offside here for Fofana. I think with the original that sort of like it crossed the line. No, it's a goal. And who's been given the goal? Kai Havertz. Fofana heads it in. Goalkeeper saves it. And it's sort of like ping-ponged off of Torres and gone in the back of the net. 9-4. As we head down to the 70-minute mark. Right, just going to sort out a few people. Kai Havertz doing okay. Chalobah having an absolute terrible game. Koulibaly can come on for him. Ben Chilwell can be replaced by Cucurella. And they will be our changes for now. There's no way that Newcastle are getting back into this. 2 minutes of added time. Koulibaly, Cucurella. Could this be our final attack? Ball's given away though. And headed on to Joe Linton. Is Kepa comes out and seizes that ball. Cucurella, Havertz back to Cucurella. Cucurella doubles back. Koulibaly in the final minute of extra time. Philibay has given the ball away to Torres, but a free kick given against Torres. Gallagher. This will be the last kick of the ball pretty much. Raheem Sterling runs with the ball. Cucurella try to cross it in. Nobody there though. And it's all over. 9-4 the final score. And we will face Brentford in the final. 21 shots, 7 on target, 2.47 against their 11 shots, 5 on target, 61% of the possession. So there we are. That's the end of the episode. We're going to play quite a few games now. We're going to come back for Benfica and Crystal Palace in the next episode. No, it might even be West Ham and Benfica, I think, in the next one. Then we will have a Carabao Cup final followed by the FA Cup 5th round against Southampton, which isn't ideal after that, is it? And it says unknown, but I'm pretty sure Brentford won the other semi-final. So that will be the next couple of episodes. I'll either be West Ham and Benfica Crystal Palace. I'm not sure which. As I say, then we'll be having the Carabao Cup final and the match against Southampton. We'll work it out anyway. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with all that's happening on this and the new series as they are released. New episodes of Making Chelsea Stand Proud are currently released every weekday at 4:15 p.m. and that will continue for the rest of this week. And then obviously with the full version coming out tomorrow, then we will be announcing very shortly this week what our full save will be and how this is going to fit in with that, and that will start next week. If you want to keep up to date what's happening on this channel and more, follow me on Twitter at JustOffside2. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It'll be episode 13. It's out tomorrow. Until then.